minutes here because I've got like evidence for crimes on my phone right now. But so I'm sorry about my hair and my beard. But Alien Covenant was like the creepiest freaking movie I ever seen in my life. I can't even remember another horror movie that was as scary as that because it was so offsetting that you can't even think of anything else disturbing. It's just gross. So the concept is that Halo, the game, is really just as creepy if it would have came out at the same time as the movie if you actually think about it. And this is easy and simple to explain why. The Mjolnir suit is a like 2 to 10 ton mech warrior that you wear, and inside is an 8-foot tall guy, and he has like hydraulic punches. But the Flood are a remolecularized being. Your atomic matter is remolecularized to be like the sinews of Thor, where it's like an iron. So like a 1 foot squared cat-sized creature can kill this suit, and larger ones that came from a human can one-hit you too. So just to stop thinking about the game and how corny it is and start thinking about what that actually implies. And so these things, in Halo 3 they landed on Earth, and in Halo 4 and 5 they didn't mention this at all. And in Halo 4 and 5 they explained that the Forerunners didn't have the technology to beat the Flood, and the Covenant didn't have the technology to beat the Flood, and the Flood were destroyed by all the rings, and yet the Flood are already back at all of the rings because they've reinvaded the entire universe. That's where we're at. So the Covenant, they've been benevolently collecting all the intellectual creatures so that when they detonate the rings, they can create a contingency plan to beat the Flood in the next generation. Because they have to detonate the rings. We've gotten that far in the game, we're completely fucked. But in Halo 3, the Flood landed on Earth. So let's talk about what these Flood are for a moment. They grip onto you with these iron clamps that can kill a like 2-ton mech warrior suit, and they're complete little bastards, and they inject you with this acid reproductive fluid that remolecularizes you into this iron husk of a beast. Well, its nervous system is creepily going through your body, and it's like a pollinated fruit flower after the flower dies. That's what it looks like, right? That's what they got for a mouth. That's inside you, and it's big too, because this thing's the size of a cat, and as it's gushing this stuff into you, and it doesn't just gush it into you and kill you, it slowly gushes it into you so it doesn't crush and destroy its own reproductive fluids. So in Halo 1 it would have been creepy, in Halo 2 it would have been creepy, in Halo 3 it got on Earth, and in Halo 4 and 5 they didn't even mention it. So if they like mention this in Halo 6, the idea is that that is just about as creepy, as if not more creepy, and potentially more cinematically thrilling than Alien Covenant, which to me was fucking terrifying. That movie was so scary I didn't even watch it in one sitting. You don't even have to be a Halo fan to enjoy what I'm actually expressing, but if you've been following this for a long time, it's fucking horrendous. It's, sorry I swear. Anyways, so I had to make a video about that. But yeah, I've got like evidence that I've been submitting to the cops of crimes and shit. Because, you know, Criminal Code in Canada 163 states that it's completely illegal to sell pornography or sex toys in Canada. It's even illegal to make them in Canada. But our police are all corrupt bozos and they do absolutely nothing about it because they're useless pieces of shit pigs. Like, the clockwork that makes our society go down is all founded on corruption and bribery and fraud and perjury. And they're all fucking useless bozos that do nothing. It's terrible. So, I had a 4-minute video. Anyways, Halo should be a complete cinematic thriller. And it's a shame to make it more about the franchise than it is about the concept. Because having a fucking cat jump on your back and gush acid sperm into you while its mouth is getting in your head, that'd just be nasty. But, yeah, it's an epidemic. And now we have to detonate the rings because once they're on Earth, we lost the whole planet. We should just glass the fucking thing. But now the Covenant are dead, so we can't glass the planet, and that just means there's a good chance that the 4/8 of the installations that are still active is just going to be a lame society to live in afterwards, because we're going to have to keep detonating them because we don't even have a large enough safe zone to recolonize and create an initiative to save ourselves from the next generation. Fucked. Halo's a gay game. Master Chief was the enemy because he's a military unit created to stifle rebellion.